Hi, welcome back to another tutorial here. We are going to be making a hand sanitizer holder today. So I know for some of you, you have been watching my other tutorials. I started off with the pencil holder, as you can see here. I have been using it a lot, so it's already dirty. But then I moved on to my lip balm holder. And after my lip balm holder, I got a request to do a hand sanitizer holder. These are the famous hand sanitizers from Bath and Body. And look at how cute it looks. So from large, medium to small. So today we are going to be doing this one. I will have my pattern linked on the description down below. And hopefully you guys will like this tutorial. And I also have my sewing pattern for this one and this one as well on my Etsy shop. So let's go ahead and let's jump into making this cute little hand sanitizer tutorial. It's going to be the same concept as the lip balm and the pen holder. Here are the materials that you're going to need. You have your clip. It's a 3/4 inch wide. I will have it on my Amazon storefront. And you have your little square for the clip. You have two little rectangles and of main fabric and two rectangles for your interfacing. Again, the pattern is going to be available on my Etsy shop, and it's going to be pretty much the same thing that I have done before with my pen pencil pattern, and then the lip balm holder as well. It's going to be pretty much the same thing. I just made the rectangles a little bit smaller to be able to fit my hand sanitizer in there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just put my interfacing. Remember that it's the shiny part down. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it down. And then I'm just going to iron it. Once you have your interfacing ironed down, you're going to get your little square. And I'm going to fold it right down the middle and iron it so I can have a nice crease. All right, and then we're just going to grab our two pieces, put them together, clip them down, and then we're going to go to our sewing machine and we are going to sew from where your interfacing starts, and you're just going to sew all the way down. And the same thing with this one. You're just going to sew on the edge all the way down. So let's go to our sewing machine. Okay, once you have it already sewed, you're just going to go ahead and you're going to trim the edges. I want to make sure that everything looks presentable. If you don't want to cut all the way around, then just make sure to cut the edges, because then we're going to go ahead and turn it around. Okay, so we have this one, and then we're going to turn this one around as well. All right, and then we're just going to make sure to poke out the edges and make sure that it's in this little loop. I got it from Wawak. It's the sewing website online, and it actually has helped me to poke out edges and to turn things inside out. Okay, now that you have it turned around, make sure that nothing is opened, that your edges are nice and neat, and we're just going to go to our iron again and iron it down, as well as your little clip hanger. All right, once you have your hand sanitizer holder inside out, you're going to go ahead and just iron it down, making sure that it's nice and flat. And then your little clip holder as well. And then once you have that, you're going to go ahead and now, this is why we didn't put the interfacing all the way to the top, because then that way we can fold it in. Fold in the other side. And then you can go ahead and iron it down again. Be nice and flat. And then You're going to grab your little square, fold it, and then put it here in the middle. And you can always get a bigger clip. So if you get a wider clip, then just make sure to widen your square so it can be the same size as that. Let me go ahead and clip that. Clip that side. And then this is when we're going to be folding our hand sanitizer in half. And you can actually measure it to see how much you actually need. But I think right down the middle right there. And then fold that. Fold that side. And let me just make sure. Perfect. And right there, that's going to be your little holder. So now you're just going to go to your sewing machine and you're going to go ahead and sew right down, starting from right here all the way across and down. If you sew the bottom, I don't think you're going to have enough space to push down your hand sanitizer, since you can already see that it goes just enough. So I wouldn't recommend sewing the bottom. Unless you do want to sew the bottom, then you can just use my template and make it your fabric a little bit higher. So give it more height on the top. Okay, and I'm just gonna go to my sewing machine and sew it. And there you have it, a cute little hand sanitizer holder. And it fits right in. So I hope you guys like this tutorial. I will be linking down my pattern on the description below. Remember, you can always use your own measurements if you want to fit another bigger hand sanitizer. Hopefully you guys have fun making it, and make sure to subscribe and like the video, and I will be coming out with more tutorials in the future.